Mm. Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. How's your day?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, nice to meet you. Let's get started. Let's
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what you just mentioned in the form. Well, okay, so far you mentioned you expect some of the goals are expanding your hero pool. That is something you want to work on, I assume. Can you elaborate on that actually? What do you.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So I only play Tracer and Widow, and I don't know how to play other heroes. So I just want to learn because I think this meta is really hard for Tracers. So
mhm,
so to so improve my range. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to play other heroes. So I just want
mhm,
to learn.
mhm, mhm, mhm. So I think that is something we can work on. Just depending on what kind of character you want to lean towards. I think definitely prioritizing what do you enjoy more. Of even though your level is GM3, it's still something you want to think about. What do you enjoy first, and then thinking about what is the meta character, what is the kind of
Yeah,
high
yeah,
value. But yeah, the first priority is always what do you enjoy, because then this way you get the big motivation to learn the character.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm That is something you can work on. Just really depends on you. What do you want to pick? I see that you have, well, because Tracer is a dive character and you have a Widowmaker as a long range option, you might just add something what is leaning towards more short range, for example, or also adding somewhat of a longer range character. There's been a lot of good characters recently, kind of just the latest, for example, because you have a lot of those characters are pretty versatile. You might think about picking something like it might be surgeon, it might be maybe even something else like which is leaning towards the a projectile. But in your case, because you're playing hit scan, I think it might be easier to play hit scan overall. Just finding
Yeah,
more
yeah,
value with that. Yeah.
yeah.
What kind of character you think you want to add to your pool?
I think Sojourn and Sojourn and what about Sojourn Ash? Sojourn Ash, Sojourn.
Surgeon
Yeah,
Edge. This can be good. This can be good potentially. This can work. Mm, I think. What other things? Well, you mentioned you wanna reach the high rank. That makes sense. Just hitting new peak. That's what you said. You wanna know bad habits. That makes sense. And you mentioned that you usually play without a team. In the section in terms of what do you think you need to work on? Yeah, that is the problem which you mentioned. What do you mean by that? When you don't play with a team,
so
what is that exactly?
so as a as a tracer player and just I just when our tank dive, so I think I don't focus target with our team because
Mm-hmm.
fourth region is like my English. My English is not my second language, so it's
Yep.
hard to communicate with my team, and yeah, that's kind of that kind of thing is my problem. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to work with team because yeah.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I think I get it. I think I get it. We can talk about it a little bit more. Might be something we can start with, just discussing what is the target priority, seeing what is the best time to engage, so synchronize with your team. We'll see. Okay. And you mentioned the mechanical skill is good. This is common. Yeah, this is nice. And then for other things, you mentioned you was playing Overwatch 1 and was a 4.4 peak in season 17. That's impressive. This is really good. And your playtime is also fine. 30 hours per week. That's enough. Okay. Yeah, I think everything else makes sense. We can only look into, because you got the training plan. I think something we can look into is how to what review, do self what review, because we don't do that. That's just in the future. But for other things, we want to take a look at your gameplay. I think we can look at one of your games and then see what you can start working on for
Yeah.
these characters which you run, or you might pick this other character you just because you want to expand playing Sojournash. I think that makes sense. We can also do some reviews on those later. If you don't have any words saved on those characters, then doing what reviews on them later is fine. But now, do you have any games to start with? Yeah, are there any games which we can take a look right now?
Yeah, I have it. I have one, but each of we do play. Yeah, I don't
Sure.
I didn't play any Sword and Ash, so I can uh here it is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Let's take a look. I think we can definitely start with Widowmaker. Let's see. Is there anything else in specific you think you struggle with? Maybe specifically for this character, specifically for Widowmaker. Is there anything?
For anything for me
Yeah.
about me.
Yeah. Like anything you think you struggle with when you're playing this character.
Yeah, so I mean I'm really weak at the finding good angle and good positioning really.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
So when I play the game, I commonly don't think about our team position. So that's my problem.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything else?
And also it's hard to win with the I mean it's hard to get so it's hard to get a kill at a widow. That's also my problem.
So it's just kind of securing the kills. Yeah, this is the.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. See, I think the biggest part definitely about when you play any sort of character is understanding that we're not necessarily getting kills is the first priority, but we kind of forcing out resources, and what that can be. It can be cooldowns, it can be your position, how you position and shoot something. You might force out the enemy to reposition. You might
Mm.
force out certain things like even ultimates sometimes. Yeah. So this is a lot about understanding the resources. We might talk about that a little bit more. But yeah, I think let's just take a look at the gameplay first. Can you see my stream just fine?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Do you have any questions before we start as well, or?
So so I don't know. I mean nothing. Nothing. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Okay, that's fine. If you're gonna have any questions
Yeah.
during
Okay.
during this water, you feel free to ask those. Yeah, so far, let's take a look. Well, let's just start with what is your thought process here? What are you looking to
So
do as a
I'm
Widowmaker?
looking for the Widowmaker because Widowmaker is usually there, I think.
Right. So he's just kind of dueling the Widow and winning that duel, potentially. This is what you
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. So this is an initial peek to just kind of scout, see where she is. When mine, it's up, but on the replay it's not showing. Where is that? Let me see. Do you have it up somewhere? Let me see. Or we didn't. We don't have it up. It seems like, right? What do you do with your Venomine usually here, at least?
What is when am I?
Your this ability here. Oh yeah, it's right there. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
so it's just I didn't see. Okay, but what is the intention anyway? What is the kind of
So
the main thing you usually do?
so usually I do it because Ash and
This is
Hanjo
fine.
can come here and
Mm-hmm.
pick the target. So I want to have awareness of that. So
Mm-hmm.
I set it there.
Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, that Venomine placement where it definitely makes sense. You checking the potential flank, you checking the potential angle of which you're not controlling. So this is fine because now we're only controlling this main side without crosshair. Yeah? Now we're going for some shots. Okay, there's a Zenyatta behind this cart and a reposition. Right. Okay, so what is the reasoning behind this repositioning here? What
So
mhm,
I think when I play Widowmaker,
mhm,
I have to change my position for each shot. So
yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah, I want the enemy don't know my positioning. So
Mhm, mhm.
I usually change my position.
Yeah. This is good. This is good. Yeah, it's kind of like hide and seek game. We want to make sure if the enemy know where you are, yeah, you want to kind of hide and then make sure they don't know and peek out from this unexpected spot.
Yeah.
This is good thinking. However, I'm thinking, can we do anything about that? Kind of change the position while still maintaining the control of this area? Because my problem with us looking into a position here is that your line of sight on this area where your team
Uh
is
huh.
actively shooting is not as good yet. So it's kind of fine, but can it be
Uh,
better? That's what I think. What do you think? Maybe it's something to do with your initial positioning. Maybe it's something to do about how you maintain this position here. What do you think? Is there anything we
I think
can do to kind of keep this map control going for this lane?
I think yeah, I could go down the stair and yeah, down stair behind of here
Possibly.
and the yeah
Possibly, yeah. So this is what I think. The general kind of thing for you to look at. We keeping an eye on what kind of area your team is actively controlling, and then based on that, you want to let's just say yeah, you want to keep controlling the most advantageous area as much as possible, so it gives you more potential to control this area, like where your team is at. So thinking, okay, thinking about it this way, because there are 3 lanes on the map. So it's one lane here, another lane here, and then kind of another here, because we want to keep our lane control. You know, if our
yeah.
team is saying, let's control this lane, okay, we maintain in the position which allows you to do that as much as possible, but it's not static, maintaining, not just staying at the same area, but repositioning in a way so we can keep control over this lane, yeah, constantly. So how is that working for us? It seems like, yeah, we're down there. Maybe starting off with this might be good, yeah,
Yeah.
because you have the line of sight, and then after because we're controlling this, we can reposition. It makes sense to change your position, but can I do it? Can I change the position and still maintain this good lane control? Yeah, that's the question, because that is what good widowmakers do. Yeah, and there's not always one answer you get. Obviously, sometimes you might maybe give up this position or something, but I do think there should be good reason and thinking how we can push our limits a little bit more. Yeah, maybe it's being a little bit cheeky with what you do with the grapple even sometimes. Yeah, it might be doing this kind of like going for this interesting spots. This is what I think you need to look into a little bit more. And this is
I
something to
see.
experiment with. Yeah, like this one, it might like some you might find a YouTube video or something. Obviously, they say, oh, this like try out those weird spots, but really, I don't think you need to do that. You just need to experiment, look at the map, see what is the area your team is looking to control, and try to find those spots so you constantly reposition, but you maintain this good lane control. Yeah, because there might be some weird things, and I don't even know all of this stuff, like where you might stay somewhere like up on the balconies and such. Yeah, like I mean, here I don't think there are too many tricky things you can do besides like that might be a little bit tricky, but this is like common anyway. Yeah, I don't think there are any like too interesting spots, but on other maps it might be something. Yeah, it might be something else. Here, I think the most interesting is only those stairs here. But yeah.
I see.
Okay, does it make sense with lane control, with changing our position so we can control the lane continuously, or any questions about that?
So
Mm-hmm.
uh, so usually there are only two positioning between stair and here.
Right.
So are there any other position?
Uh, Most commonly, I don't think so. It's only it's only kind of what you can do to think about is if I maintain this position, okay, because you wanna make sure the enemies they kind of don't know that you're here. Obviously, you cannot double peek from the same position. Yeah, this is our main idea. While we rotating from maybe here to here, and then why you did rotation to here, because you know you cannot double peek. So maybe choosing a position where you have more options. So to speak, if I'm here, okay, I peek this way. This is my first peek where you going for the shot. Okay, now they know where you are, so picking from the
Yeah.
right. That makes sense. Now another thing is kind of thinking, okay, what do I do next? I might maybe peek out from here. Yeah, that can work potentially, but you gotta think. That's why I don't think there's just one answer. You might do so using this kind of this wall here, this wall there, and maintain good lane control by just constantly swapping. Yeah, but you should definitely see the situation. What is the situation on the field? If your team is pulling back, then might make sense to give up this position. If your team is kind of they keep maintaining this control over this position, then I wanna probably keep playing around those areas here, like the downstairs or here. This is really important. So yeah, there's not too big of a thing about the positioning. It's just how you like pick from different spots. So like I've either picked from here, or like going from here to here, maybe even going from here to here, like you did. But this is more complicated. Yeah, if it drop now, we don't have line of sight. This is one thing, one perspective about the positioning. Yeah, and here there are no I don't think there's too big of a thing you can do with your positioning. But what is the another layer can be is what is your timing, because you want to make sure that you synchronize pressure with your team and sort of another thing is making sure you have an advantage. You constantly taking those more advantageous duels versus the Widowmaker, yeah, or versus just anybody. Yeah, there's even Zenyatta who can one-shot you. So technically, yeah, wanna have an extra advantage. Okay, so when you're fighting, what do you think can give you this extra advantage on the field? What do you think? Uh, what do you expect from your team, maybe, or yeah, what can give you this bigger chance to peek out comfortably and shoot the enemy? What do you think? Like, is there something you can look into from your team, like from the resources they have? Yeah, what do you think?
So being here is I think I can give them pressure. Uh, Pressure? I'm not sure.
I mean, well, we just said this position might work. Yeah, like this going from here to stairs, it can work, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
the thing about the timing is making sure you have an advantage. Yeah, when is the
Ah,
okay? So when is the time? What is when you have that extra advantage? What do you think is the best time for you to kind of peek out, look at your team's resources, for example? What do you think about those? Yeah, what kind of resources can help you to stay alive? Yeah, to not die. Yeah,
ah,
what do you think?
I see. So one of thing is I think Hanjo E skill, and the other thing is Sigma shield,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I cannot find any other
Yeah,
resource.
yeah. I think those two mainly. Yeah, you're looking to play
Yeah.
around those a little bit more, and that is something what can help you to stay on your positions a little bit more. So
Yeah.
this is the one. This is the one thing, and Hanzo's obviously these E can also give you an information because now you have an information what's happening there. If you know
I see.
if
I
the
see.
Sonic is here now, we can point our attention towards something else. We can point our attention towards
Yeah.
this right angle. Okay. So let's just put it this way. Because we wanna. Yeah, I'm thinking let's just kind of continue with this understanding the snipers. Yeah, if you're playing with the second sniper, okay? The idea is because you wanna play around the resources which give you an advantage. You use this informational tools, for example. Hanzo gives you an
Yeah.
information. What are we doing with all of this really when we playing the sniper with the sniper? We're trying to because you're trying to maintain as much lane control as possible. You
Ah, I
you
see.
yeah you need to do it simultaneously with the Hanzo, and that is something what's called crossfire, which we want to apply. That is something what's called and just generally speaking, using your resources mm, to control bigger parts of the areas. So see, like this lane here specifically, because we keep control of that. Yeah. So now, um, if we if our Hanzo points the attention towards this angle, we're saying we're controlling this left side now. Yeah. But what about the right side? Yeah. What about
So
this side there?
we don't know there. We don't. We know A, to put A side. There are no enemies, so we can guess there are enemy on B side, like Widow.
Right, exactly. And this is what the lane control is about, yeah? It's your positioning which helps you. That is the one thing. And the second thing is, where do you put your attention? Because now, if somebody shows up, all of you together with the answer, you're pointing attention towards the same side of the map. So in reality, you're on the Anzo, or only you already can control this position. So you can put some of the tension here and force out something. You're technically forcing out the enemies to maybe use their defensive abilities, maybe reposition or something. This is what map lane control does. Yeah, we're trying to make it easier for us to control everything, make it harder for the enemy at the same time. And
See.
and that's why the positioning part, yeah, like we mentioned, is just been us kind of keeping a position which helps us to better lane control. So there's one thing, and thinking about the crossfire a little bit more. So I don't want to be stuck with my answer as much. Yeah, I might be just here, or I might be here. Yeah. Okay. Let's just because there've been a lot of points. So it's keep lane control. That's the one. Second, crossfire. Crossfire. It's not playing at the same position kind of with your second
I see. I
sniper.
see.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
trying to be somewhere else kind of maybe because I'm at A, for example, and my answer at B, it becomes easier
Ah,
for me to control the map. Yeah.
I see.
So it's this, and where your attention is. So attention, yeah, it's just we putting the attention not on the same kind of spots. Well, if you know the information what's happening here, you might just put some of the
Mhm.
attention towards the B. Yeah, well,
I see.
we can think about anything in addition, but let's keep going because I think so far those three bigger things are important. Because now, who knows, if you put some of your initial attention, you create that crossfire as well with your Anzo,
Uh-huh.
using this streaky angle as well, which helps better map control, lane control. Who knows, there
Yeah,
might be a chance we get this somebody, yeah? We get the Anzo, maybe we get the Baptiste. But see, if I'm stuck with my Anzo, we're all controlling the left side. The right side is not exposed, yeah? And this is what exactly this position could do, yeah? You could be controlling this right side at the start.
I see.
Yeah, hopefully there's not too much. You're just trying to like really simplify it. Yeah, so far we're just keeping an eye on this. Yeah, better lane control and like crossfire. Just keep an eye on that a little bit more. So this position's a little bit more complicated. If we're starting down there, you definitely don't have as much lane control. Now when you're out there, it becomes easier. However, we wanna create this crossfire. So let's see if we do that. Crossfire, your Hanzo attacks from one side, and then you're kind of attacking from another. So your Hanzo
Yeah,
is controlling sort of maybe this doorway. You might control this side here. You know, like okay, I think. What do you think about now? Just attacking at this point of time. What do you think? Is that a
I
good
think this is.
time?
Yeah, this is. I think this is crossfire.
I think this is alright. This does some work. And we taken advantage of this E, the Hanzo Sonic. So
I didn't see it. I see.
mhm. Here, just maybe slightly more interesting rotation. Well, can we do this? Well, maybe, but this is also works. Let's see. So we consistently changing an angle, trying to
Yeah,
apply pressure, then going back, you have to change an angle again because the Widowmaker knows where you are. She kind of expects you there, but you also expect that she might expect this there. Yeah, that's why she.
yeah,
That is like one of this. Let's yeah, mindset games sort of. If you're doing certain rotation,
hmm
if the Widowmaker, they know that you're probably gonna peek out from this other spot, then they will try to shut you down. Yeah, they will try to kind of. If I know, like for example, the Widowmaker here, I know that Widowmaker, the enemy one, is just been here, and then because they see me, they don't want to be exposed to me, they move. Yeah, like you did there. They move there. So my crosshair now is like another level. Yeah, my crosshair might be at this area. Where do I expect them? Yeah, I expect them
yeah.
because they just went out. I expect them to be at this position. So what do you think you should be doing in response? If this Widowmaker knows where you are, what are you doing right now, then what is your action should be right now? What's your opinion?
So I think I can do two things. First is wait for Widowmaker hook, and the second thing is I think just pre-fire when pre-fire I'm pre-aiming there
Mm-hmm.
and get a get a Widowmaker.
Something definitely worth a shot, yeah, because you definitely you it cannot drop at the same spot. You cannot drop double peak for sure, but because we might anticipate that Widowmaker knows and she can go for the grapple, maybe already looking for the scope shot just in case if something happens. Yeah, that is what the best Widowmakers do. They kind of expect that the enemy expect that because they know where you're moving and you know that. Yeah, you know that they know, basically. You
Yeah,
understand what I mean? Then you can kind of pre-fire all this aggression, yeah? So we're trying to, like, we should be scoping already, like, around this spot, yeah? Ideally. So you have better chance of killing the Widowmaker, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a little bit difficult because yeah, your hands at the same spot, so you have to move. Yeah, you have to move up there. Uh-huh. It's like not much you can do besides. So try to check for Bab. I'm thinking, is there anything else you can look for? There's a scan for this. You know, I'm really thinking this is like one of these patterns here. See, you got some information. So your hands are
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
says, I'm controlling this side. Now,
I
our
see.
attention should be somewhere else. Our attention shouldn't be on the same spot. Well, it's kind of if they are moving behind the cover, sure, you can pick them off, but see, when you're playing against good enemies, especially because they know that
Yeah.
you using the Sonic, it forces them out. It forces them out to play passively. It just forces them to play this position, and
Yeah.
basically you create this kind of. Sometimes you create this 4v5, or in this kind of case, what we do is we're creating this 4v4, even though the enemies in Yara gotta pick. But if this is hiding, then we can create this 4v4 versus the enemy. So I think your attention should be somewhere else. Yeah, it shouldn't be on the same spot as your hands are currently. Yeah. So where do you think you
Yeah.
can look? Where do you think your attention should be?
So I know the video is right side, and know the video is right side, so I can pick the angle, not the Hanjo arrow there, but the beside of that.
Yeah, I'm thinking your attention should instantly move somewhere else. Yeah, so it shouldn't be okay. You actually got the information. You know this is behind the wall, so instantly attention is maybe here, or I want to look
Yeah.
what's happening down there in the future. So I might change an angle and maybe peek out from here or something. Yeah, what gets you to pressure this another part. So we get better map control constantly. Yeah, we're not just pressuring
Yeah.
one side. We kind of get to pressure the most of the lane. Yeah, this is the one part of the lane. What about the other parts? Yeah, what about here? What about here? It's more complicated, obviously. Pressure this because it's a shorter sight line, but see what I mean? Yeah, keep good lane control. Yeah, keep an eye on those rivals, other rivals. Let's see. Well, the answer is on the right. I mean, left. You go right. Now. Out. Uh-huh. I'm gonna make a nose where you are, so gotta be... yeah, gotta be swapping the location. Okay. What do you think about here? So, we mentioned, yeah, you want to kind of maintain a position which gives you the best map control. I think, like, at this position, you have pretty decent map control, sort of. Yeah, you have the answer on one side, you're on the other side as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking... What's your thoughts? Do you think we move here? That's the one thing we do? Or is there anything else we can look for? While still
I think.
maintaining this map control. Yeah, like, is there
Yeah.
anything else?
Yeah. I think I still have to maintain this lane control because it's really crossfire. But I don't think I can kill this Widow. Because I think, yeah, I hope I can kill him. But yeah,
I mean, see,
like,
like, what is our problem constantly? Yeah, if we maintain the same position,
yeah,
sort of the same
yeah,
angle, let's just call it. I'm thinking how to name it. Yeah, let's just say if we want to maintain the same angle, then it's not the
hmm,
most ideal because the Widow knows who you are. But the
yeah,
question
yeah,
is how to maintain our lane longer. Yeah, so remember, we been here. Yeah, why we been moving from this position, like we could be moving from this position to this position, because you constantly maintain your main lane. You maintain your main lane and you can keep controlling this side. Now, can
yeah,
we keep maintaining this right side lane, but not peeking the same angle. See what I mean? Like, is there a way for us to not double peek from here, but maintain this right lane?
I see. I'm pretty not sure. Is
Because
there any other angle?
this is one way. This is what we did. This rotation there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about maybe using your grapple to your advantage, so you can maintain this right side lane? What do you think? Is it possible or?
I think it's possible, but I mean, it's really high risk
Very risky, yeah.
because yeah, Widow can kill me during grapple, so I'm
Uh-huh.
not sure.
Uh-huh. 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 But but see, this is something I want you to see how you can experiment with this, really. Like, try to see how you can push your limits towards this, because maybe this downtime, which we have currently, who knows? Because you keep maintaining this kind of lane, but using your grapple to your advantage, maybe reposition.
Yeah,
Who knows? I don't know. Maybe even reposition there, or maybe grapple shot or something, because it gives you uh, more. It still gives you good map control, but
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
you reposition at the same time. You keep in your same lane. Try to see if this is possible to do. I think playing like you did, what we did there, just moving back on the left, it's okay. But trying to figure out, yeah, if this is possible for me to kind of maintain my lane, do not give this up too quickly, like we've been doing.
mm.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah. Because I honestly, there's no 100% answer as well, because this is a more of a, like, at this high level there's a lot of nuance, and you want to kind of see
Yeah,
figure this out also when you're playing. But my problem is just, is there bigger more potential for you to still maintain the lane and do not give it up too quickly? And
yeah,
that
yeah.
is what I see, because the first lane,
I see.
because the first lane which we've been using, we
Yeah.
I think we did give up this too quickly. But why? Because maybe our initial position was not good. Maybe we didn't play around those resources well enough, like Hanzo's shot and such. But yeah, I mean Hanzo's Sonic Arrow. Because because now we lose somehow, yeah. But see, this is the question.
Yeah.
If I could be more aggressive, if we could be doing that, yeah, that leads to bigger
Mm,
advantage on the map. We still reasonable doing it in reasonable way. We're not double peeking from the same spot, but playing smart
yeah.
and keeping our lane control. Okay, so here your Anza is on the right. You're going left. This is kind of the lane we're peeking. Well, you might swap with the Anzus actually, because the Anzus he has a little bit more advantage at the short range battles. You actually might control the right side.
Oh. So what's the good hero on second point?
I think Widow can work. It's just you only have trouble in getting through these doorways, and you just want to play around where you have an advantage, like around the sidelines where you have an advantage. So right away, I'm thinking you should be picking the side, yeah, which helps you to control the map better. I think usually, if you playing here, I do think you move towards the longer range sidelines, and Hanzo moves towards the short range sidelines, kind of. So
I
this is
see.
probably Hanzo going left. You might go right. This is Crims, right?
Yeah, it's extreme.
Yeah. So this is something you can also discuss. If you guys playing double sniper, one sniper, Hanzo. If you have shorter sidelines, Hanzo is using this, like this room. It's easier for him to deal with. Remember, there are storm arrows as well. They can bounce around the corners and such. This is good. Widowmaker can do that. Yeah? As Widowmaker, you controlling the longer sightlines. And kind of here, you have longer sightlines to control this area. Once you get through, your team gets through, then you go here. Yeah, you have good longer sightlines too. This is shorter sightlines. You don't want to go there usually, I think.
Yeah.
Keep your advantage. Keep using the longer. No. So that's why it would make sense if you set up on the right side right away. Maybe this this Yara would be harder to do this first pressure, discord you. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's just you guys kind of stuck because you're on the same side, and then there's no commitment from both of you. Yeah, like the Hanzo should be committing here, and you should commit here, and do it simultaneously. Yeah, make sure you're
Yeah.
creating this crossfire, going from those areas. Yeah, see, like now it's different. Yeah, yeah, Hanzo and you picking the same lane now, and now the Sigma
Yeah.
can shut you down, and what it can be as well why it's not as good because the enemies can use this area now to their advantage, for example. Yeah, that's obviously hard. You're playing snappers and they all didn't choke like this, but you guys should discuss, yeah, what side we peek in, peek it simultaneously, and pressure.
I see.
Okay, lane control. What do you think about being here?
So where's our Hanjo? I think I keep going up. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I need to make some crossfire range.
Yes. Yes. See,
Yeah.
you're doing the same. You're forcing out the same resources. You're forcing out this guy to reposition and this to reposition. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this can be done with just one sniper. Being here. Okay. So where we should be right now?
Right side.
Right side. Exactly. Yeah. There's no other choice. I think looking for some grapple shots are also possible, but this is all about how do I maintain my lane longer. This is what we've been talking about, yeah? You have this lane, you have this lane, and this here. So if you choose to stay here, the question is, how do I maintain this as long as possible, yeah? So it creates this crossfire so I can stay alive and such, yeah? It might be you peeking out this way, and then going up using grapple because you don't want a double peak, but you want to think, yeah? Crossfire first, and then how do I maintain the crossfire, yeah? How do I maintain my lane? This can also work, by the way. This is one of the things.
Yeah.
If your answer pushes here, you can be here. You can be creative, yeah? So it's one, maybe starting here, grapple, go down. Yeah, it can depend. Obviously, it depends, but I think if the Sigma shield is in the way, to avoid the shield, usually use a little bit of high grounds. But this is fine too. And this is fine. Now, see, okay, I'm trying to go down, going for some extra shots. This is not good. Like, see, now this is not as good. If you're afraid of Widowmaker picking the same side as you, sure, reposition, go up or something, but we definitely shouldn't be doing this. We should keep controlling the things which the other group cannot control. You usually kind of separating with your answer, not separating, but playing kind of two groups. One group is here, you on the right side, and keep controlling that right side for sure. The Anzo hides from this group here. Well, you can kill the Anzo. You're afraid of the Widowmaker? Well, maybe not peeking your sideline, just moving a little bit backwards, yeah? Moving here. That's not good, yeah, if you're on the same side. It's complicated. You're doing the same thing. Like, both of the groups, you're doing the same thing, like this entire time. This is not good. Like, this is better, but it's the end of the fight now.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions, maybe, or everything?
So yeah, it makes sense. So, in the game, how can I keep awareness of like lane what's the name, lane control?
Yes,
It's right, lane control.
sure.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of hard to maintain that awareness because it's not used to me. I mean, get used to me. So, is there any tip like how to aware the lane control?
I mean, I think this is just all about you. The biggest tip is keep practicing, keep experimenting, to be honest. And you definitely look at those other variables, yeah? Just look at where my second sniper is, yeah? What the enemy team is doing, what are the resources as well. But the simple thing for us is just we don't have a crossfire sometimes, yeah? So this is a simple thing. And we also kind of give up the lane too quickly, where you could have maintained it longer. And you could have, it could be possible for us to, for example, still stay, pick out here, pick out there, or what been going on like on the first point. Yeah, remember, we gave up this lane too quickly, but to not give up the lane, what is possible? Start off here, so we can keep controlling this, and then move here, and then maybe maintain this for longer, by moving a little bit left or right, and keeping in mind the resources. Yeah, my Anzo gives me information on left. Okay, so I can lean some of the attention towards the right, because I already know what's happening in the left. And all of this
Yeah.
is just really to get better at those habits. You really need to spend some time, practice. You
Mhm.
need to be going in games and just pick one simple thing to work on. Yeah, might start with crossfire. You might start with just thinking, how do I change my positioning so I maintain this lane? Yeah, so I can kind of maintain the area I'm controlling. Yeah, it's just at least it's specifically for you playing with double sniper. Yeah, with double
Yeah.
sniper and against double snipers matchup. This is extremely crucial. We want to keep controlling the map, forcing out the resources. If you're on the same side as your team, this happens. Sigma shuts down all of your resources with just one shield. But if you move someone on one angle and then someone's gonna be in another, like for example, I have the answer here.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're playing around the left side and you're playing right side, around the right side. You're controlling this area better. This is your
Yeah.
something you want to discuss as a team too. Yeah, thinking, where do I move, and where your second sniper is gonna be moving, because this way you also make
Mm.
it harder for the enemy to control the map too. Because
I
now all
see.
of you guys on the same side, the Widowmaker can
Yeah.
aim at this, and then she can easily kind of have the cross at the same place and kill you. But if you have someone on this side, and imagine she's just scoped in like that, she will not have information on what's happening in that angle. She'd either
Yeah.
have full attention towards A or full attention towards B. If she has full attention towards B, she cannot see what's going on A. That's the point of crossfire.
Yeah.
Yeah? We're creating. It's not only one, yeah, but this is important to understand the enemy's perspective too, because you
Yeah.
keeping keeping the crossfire. It becomes much easier. Yeah. If you're in ranked, by the way, if you notice something like this, if your Hansa is on this side, so it's he's on the right, well then definitely think, how do I move left? This should be your thought right away. Maybe it's not the most ideal for you to be on the left, but you have to create the
Yeah.
crossfire. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
how to throw off an enemy, and maybe grapple, or maybe go to the spawn, invest some time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is definitely something to look into. Uh, okay. Do you have any more questions so far, or?
So I've like the lane controller also work for the other DPS like Tracer and
Sure. Yes. No.
yeah,
Sure. Sure.
because
Yeah.
Tracer has really short range lane control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 That works as well. As a tracer, what you looking to do though? Yeah. You looking to flank mostly. So your idea is to
Yeah.
maintain this flank as long as possible. So you divert as much attention as possible too. Mm-hmm. As a Widowmaker, we using longer range sightlines. We do not have much of opportunity to flank compared to the
Uh-huh.
other characters, but as Tracer you can do that. Yeah? So you're trying to divert the enemy's attention as much as possible. We can see.
So what?
Mhm.
Yeah. What's the purpose of lane control? Like, what's the why is it important?
Oh, so why it's important for us to control the same
Yeah, yeah,
position?
yeah. I mean lane control.
Yeah, yeah. As I mentioned, so your idea is because your team. Okay, let's just go back. So now what area, like it's been around there even, yeah. So
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the or even earlier kind of. So see what area your team is actively controlling, yeah. What kind of lane they're controlling. They they con you tell me. So you have this,
Mid,
this, and this kind of.
yeah, middle line, middle line.
Yeah, this one. Okay. So there are a lot of resources put into this. This is where you have a lot of kill potential. You're still keeping an eye on what's happening in the other lanes, but the idea is to make sure the kill potential is high as possible. That is why
Mm.
lane control is important, because you creating more opportunities to get kills because of your position and how you manage your resources, you forcing out more resources from the enemy, and you getting kills as a result. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for example, if my entire team, imagine there's extreme example, but they are holding spawn and you somewhere in the
Uh,
back. Yeah. They are controlling the spawn and you're not controlling the spawn with them for some reason. You're
uh-huh.
not creating the kill potential, right? And it's the same thing. Why I want to maintain the same kind of the good lane control. Yeah, I'm not giving up this position as quickly because I want to get kills with my Anzo. I'm maintaining playing around this good spots. Yeah, you change the position obviously, but you maintain the lane control though. Yeah, you maintain kind of controlling this. You can call it kill zone, for example. Yeah, maintain controlling where most of your team can use their resources. That's why it's important. You're just getting kills. You
Yeah.
getting resources out simply. If you give up this too quickly, you do not get kills. You have less chances because you don't have good line of sight on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I see.
Yeah. That's why. And this is how you think. You at least this is our perspective on lane control. At this matchup, yeah, this is what we do. And trying to
Uh-huh.
make sure we maintain it as much as possible. Okay? And that's why here we've been controlling this lane, for example. Sure, well, your team had, well, maybe you have one group here, another group here. Okay, so you constantly want to keep this idea of, okay, how do I control this area as much as possible? That was the main side. Yeah, I'm trying to create the heal potential as much as possible. So I'm not giving up my position, which allows me to do so as quickly as possible. So what we did? We moved from B to B1, and then all of your damage is blocked by Sigma Shield, right? But I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
kind of play around those advantageous areas, yeah?
Uh-huh.
It's not that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
playing around the same spot, but I'm playing around kind of going from 1 to maybe grapple 2, maybe going bottom, going at, like, let's call it 3 bottom, and keep controlling this
Yeah.
area where most of my team can do kills, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so this is there was the first part, yeah, the first perspective. You
Yeah, yeah.
control the area with creating kills. And another is we're playing around our lane, yeah, like we're creating crossfire
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
yeah. So you have
Yeah.
this A, yeah, as I mentioned,
Uh-huh.
like Hans at A, you at B, you're moving from one position, like here, maybe going up, maybe going bottom, yeah, and it was the same
Oh,
on.
yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
uh-huh. I also have a question. So, Crossfire also work for Ash and Soldier like the other
Yeah.
character? Oh, I see.
I mean, the big burst characters usually it's highly beneficial. You wanna create the crossfire as much as possible, usually, because
Yeah.
we are forcing out. Yeah, like again, Hanzo is here. Let's imagine Hanzo is here. Yeah, you're forcing these guys to reposition closer to this cover. But imagine if I'm here at this left
Yeah.
side, I can pick out those guys anyway because I'm creating crossfire. Yeah, this is kind of
Yeah.
Syria idea. Why crossfire? Why we're doing that? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
consistently. Does all of it make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Okay. So maintaining lane control, crossfire. And also attention. Yeah, attention. It's just about the Sonic. Attention different from where the Sonic is sometimes. There's been another one, but small one. if Widow knows where you are, I kind of can predict that and do this
Yeah.
scope shot, think where she's gonna be as well. Okay, let's see the lane control, but what we can do on the tracer. How we doing it on this map? It's gonna
I
be more.
think yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. The second round is like very useless because we lose. I mean, we cannot do anything from here. Like 4 minutes,
Exactly.
we stay here for 4 minutes. So
Right.
I think yeah.
Okay. Let's say we have this situation, yeah, where what's happening. Oh, your team. Oh, your team just called for the swap. I see. I see. I see. Okay. 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 That makes sense. Yeah, because if you but in theory, if you would play Tracer, what your ideal
Mm-hmm.
position should be when you're attacking all of this?
It's really hard question. I don't know. I don't think. Um. Wait. What can I do for here? Hmm. I have no idea actually. Yeah. I think. Crossfire is really important for Tracer also. So, but
You can also use this concept in theory. Yeah, you high burst character too. It's just short range.
yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? If you would keep playing
It's,
Tracer into this?
so go other side of our team and mm, um they have McCree, so I think pick McCree is good, but I'm not sure. What can I do for here?
Okay. So we wanna understand the same thing. We wanna create more kill potential in this area. So it's here. Okay.
Yeah,
Use a
yeah.
tracer. What is your biggest thing? How do you what is the difference, the biggest difference of this character? What this character does really well?
So the good thing is like we can. I mean, uh, uh, I can, I can go. I can get better lane control because it's really fast.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. See, if I'm using the idea of crossfire, your initial
Uh-huh.
peeking from here, it says I'm playing the same position where my team is. This is not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And use the tracer, you have the mobility to
Uh-huh.
be creating deeper angles, kind of creating more hard angles. So if I'm controlling this area, because I don't want to be stacked on the same side where my team is attacking, yeah, this is not
Mhm.
good for me. It's the same as Widowmaker. You don't want to be stuck on the Anzo. But as a Widowmaker, you don't
Mhm.
have as much mobility. You don't have as much opportunities to go on a really hard angles. It's situational, obviously sometimes you can. But there are usually not as many possibilities compared to Tracer, right? So if I'm
Yeah.
trying to control this area A, what is the best thing you can do here as a Tracer? What is the option for you? What kind of angle you can take? The harder angle, yeah. Where you
Mm.
can go, you think?
I think I can go left, right side. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah,
the yeah.
exactly, yeah. So, and this is your priority, yeah. This is what you want to do first. You're thinking about setting up
Ah.
first and then attacking. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you're setting up
Ah.
your position and then you go from there.
I see. I
Obviously,
see.
you
I see
guys
what's the
called out
problem. Yeah.
for a swap, but this is important. We not just shooting at our unfavorable range as well, but we kind of go in deeper
Ah.
angle and just setting up our advantage, and then you guys can
Ah.
attack. Yeah, you create this
Uh-huh.
crossfire in a way too, but this is just like you're going for deeper angles. Okay,
So it's important that yeah, yeah, before the good. I mean, good positioning. Don't shoot it, right? As a tracer.
usually yeah, usually don't. It's not worth it because or as any character technically it's not worth it. You want to set up have the biggest advantage you can and then shoot rather than kind of shooting in mediocre spot where you don't have as much advantage. Yeah, like you
I
would not
see.
go as a Widowmaker there and try to shoot the tank constantly. You would just invest some time sitting up here and try to get a pick on these guys. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You're creating this kind of crossfire at this point of time, trying to aim towards this Cassidy. This is fine. However, the bits of things which are I just call it we've been saying playing around the resources, yeah. So playing around the Sonic, this is what we discussed. But now when you're trying to aim at these guys, yeah, is there anything you want to take advantage of in terms of if you're looking at your team, what your team can provide so it's easier for you to get kills again here? What's your opinion? Is there something your team can do to help you out? What do you think?
So I think actually Handu is not here, and what can I use? I'm not sure. There's actually not many things.
Remember how we mentioned the Sigma Shield when you're playing around this Widowmaker matchup? Yeah, that is something
Mm,
you want to be using as an example. Here it might be kind of similar. You might be thinking about some of the resources here, so it's easier for you to push. Yeah, it might be simply attention. Yeah, your tank goes in more aggressive. He has
mhm.
fortify. Maybe there's a spin, and then you can be more active on the field. Yeah, you can be applying more pressure. So see when this is happening. See when your tank does this and your group does
Yeah, yeah.
this.
Uh-huh.
This is ideally the most effective time to kind of look to pressure. You wanna because you as a Widowmaker playing isolated a lot of times. You really wanna synchronize the pressure with two groups. Um,
I see.
you're trying to go in now, but the second group is not as active. That is something you wanna
Ah,
discuss too. But your surgeon is in spawn room. Your Baptiste is not peeking as well. Well, these guys are peeking, but I think this is a mistake, and there is something you wanna discuss and try to ideally synchronize the pressure. Do the 3-2-1 call or something. Yeah, 3-2-1
okay.
peeking. This group is peeking with a surgeon charging the shot, and you charging your shot here and one of you guys
Ah,
will be getting value, but now it's not synchronized at all. Yeah,
I
there's
see.
there's no pressure from surgeon yet, and you just go into pressure, and then surgeon gets to pressure, but because you
Yeah,
was getting pressured too early, I mean you was pressuring too early, now you get all the attention, and you can't do anything. Well, this group moves eventually, but ideally it should be synchronized. Yeah? So we
I
get as
see.
much value on the map as possible. So it's just the
Uh,
timing. Synchronization. Okay. It's kind of the same. Like it's just the crossfire, but make sure your second group is speaking, then you speak. Simple. Oh, the second group gets value. You hit the cast, so you want to be careful, obviously. Ah, what happened? There's something to keep an eye on. Where I don't know. What do you think here, actually? Is there anything we could have done?
uh,
So kind of was picking out from here, going for the shot, so I seem we scared about this Cassidy, which makes sense.
so
But yeah.
I think uh, I I actually press W to go to forward, but I should not do that. And what can I do for here? Like I went too forward for to Cassidy, so I got killed.
Mhm. So, what do you think in this case then?
Uh, moving backward.
Well, So kind of playing behind the wall in this case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, but with this we not applying as much pressure, right? See what happened there. You peaked, and then you're about to peak from location where they know you're gonna peak, and they know that you're gonna peak here.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Why is that the case? Yeah, multiple things. It's SMG, it's walking, and that's why this Cassidy knows that you're there. Remember what we
Yeah.
mentioned about not double peeking. This is what you've done really well against this
Oh, yeah.
Widowmaker. Yeah. Can you do the same here?
So I can go behind, right here, right,
Yeah,
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 and go left.
yeah. For example, I think this is more beneficial. You're not double picking from the same area. I think you do it well generally, but you just kind of forgot it about here. Because this is still a pretty bursty character. It can two-shot you. There's something to keep in
Yeah.
mind. You don't want
Yeah.
to be double
I
picking
see.
from the same spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Then we know there's a pressure. You have Surgeon, on the left, and you picking down the plane on the right side. Yeah, you kind of going through this doorway, so same. So kind of about our area control, yeah, like map control, what we're trying to achieve. So your team is going all the way here.
Yeah.
Okay, you're looking to control this area
Mm-hmm.
now. What do you think is the most beneficial angle for you to take as a hunter, so it's easier for you to control this area right now?
I think flanking go to right.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
not with our team. Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah, you have some options, so definitely set up there. You have the time. Go here, go there. So it's not you guys attacking kind of from the same side almost. Yeah, you want to create this more of a, again, crossfire. Yeah, obviously time it well. When your team does this, they do active pressure. You do active pressure from another side as well.
Yeah.
Just something to keep an eye on, because now we get the pressure, but now it becomes too late because your second group is forced out, and they're not
I
really
see.
active, but you being active, and then we getting pressured out. That's why it's happening. Yeah, that's why it's like
Yeah.
really complicated for us. Ideally, it should be all synchronized. It can be done with communication. It can be done. Yeah, we just also can look on the field, what's happening on the field. Yeah, but this one is definitely not the easiest. But let's see. Okay, well, got some information now. Just a little bit. And then there's swaps, yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely something to keep an eye on. What do you think about this dragon?
So I just want to make sure the Mercury cannot go across there and
Right.
yeah, to isolate the Mercury.
Isolated in the Macri, okay. What is the goal? So you just isolating him to kill him eventually?
Actually, it was purpose of isolating, but I didn't get any value from here.
So it's kind of not the easiest for you to get value from. Yeah, we isolated the cast. I think there's also Lucio there, but can you get a kill or can you team control this, yeah. So we remember this things about the crosshair as well, yeah. You're going from one side, using your resources from one side, and then the enemy, because they're forced to move behind the cover, they're forced to use resources, they also exposed to this other. Ideally, like they exposed to the other group. So if we using the resources and the cast,
Ah, I see.
can it be followed by anybody? Yeah, can it
No,
can your
no.
second group get value? Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
So instead of this, I can isolate the other group, like
Yeah.
Orisa. Yeah,
For example, yeah. So we spending resources on this, and
yeah,
then your second group can get value out of it.
yeah,
So you're doing something.
yeah,
Maybe you're forcing out. For example, I'm using the dragon from here to this side,
yeah.
and then these guys are forced out to move a little bit forward. They're forced to move a little bit forward. My group gets value. Yeah? This is really nice. As an example. Another thing
Yeah,
can be, it's pretty niche, but you might use the dragon, so it's easier for you personally to get killed, but you have to be confident that this can happen. If you really know you can kill the cast, it might work, but it's niche.
yeah,
Usually the dragon is kind of more of a helper for your team to take space, more of a helper for your second group or whatever, how many groups you have. Take that space. Yeah. Because now you can get kills, and or your team cannot control this, so it's
yeah,
complicated. Yeah. Obviously, taking this 2v1 with the Lucio, it's not gonna be easy. Right. What went wrong there? No, I think it's alright. It's just still something to keep an eye on, like this timing part. Yeah. So I'm synchronizing the pressure with my group and the areas we're attacking. Yeah. So if my group is being really active, I'm being really active as well. But now your group is kind of, well, they do some of the pressure. I think it's just, You know, I'm thinking like in terms of timing, it's been okay. But what do you think? Is there anything you could have done better here? What's your opinion?
So because you're winning, I can go with our team.
Maybe we
Uh,
could actually. This is one of the things where if you have a big advantage, you don't have to like go for high risk plays. Yeah, you can just kind of, you don't have to take those flank angles as much. So you might do that, for example. Or just be more patient. If you do take angles anyway, then definitely be more patient with all of this. I think
yeah,
it's either of those. Well, okay, well, we have Tracer now. Let's see. Okay. Trying to fight this. Oh, this is unfortunate. Yeah, this is definitely one of the small things, but important too. You wanna take duels where you have an advantage, so you don't want to be exposed to those areas where you're disadvantage. Yeah, it's like even this small thing can get you to this, because there's a long range area which we don't want to be exposed to. Ideally,
yeah,
don't go there, don't bother with that. Play in those areas where you have an advantage, so it would be shorter range areas. Maybe you playing around there, you can maybe go down or something, so you can constantly challenge the enemies at the short range. But yeah, it
yeah,
was a little bit unfortunate there too, but that happens. Okay, I'm thinking. So this map is almost over. Let's see. We
yeah.
have one more fight though. Uh-huh. What do you think about this angle straight away?
Really bad angle, I think.
What is the
I need
bad
to
angle?
expand. Uh, so enemy is left, so I cannot see any enemy from this angle.
Right.
So I can go right.
Yeah, and
Oh,
again, also can be based on what my second group is doing. Yeah, my second group is here. You don't have a sniper currently in this group. Obviously, the surgeon is not there,
yeah,
but there's some other burst characters like Larry, for example. Yeah, and that's why taking advantage of that. Your group is here. One group is here. You go here. Yeah, you
yeah,
creating this crossfire anyway, because now you're attacking from the same side. There's no kill potential. It's really big chance for the Rissa to block all of the resources, just deal with all of you guys. And for,
yeah.
yeah, just any defensive resources to be used, like Maywall, or maybe, I don't know, like some of the BAP resources, like his lamp and such. It's easy to shut it down from this side, from the same side. Okay, I'm thinking we can just look to kind of summarize all of this, and then we can talk about what we can do in the future with you. Is that sounds
Yeah,
good?
yeah.
Yeah. So let's try to summarize all of this. What we've been discussing today. What do you want to work on based on this review?
So I worked on the first thing is lane control, and the second thing is uh I, crossfire, and yeah, that's the major important topic from here. And how
So
can I improve this?
so
Uh,
yeah, like being more actionable. Yeah, crossfire. What is that exactly? Yeah, what is the actionable goal for us?
so example go like uh going with I mean uh how can I do this?
Hmm.
I think not when I put yeah. So playing the other side of the other DPS is
Hmm.
important for crossfire.
Right. Yes, playing different position
Yeah,
specifically for you, you creating crossfire with your second sniper, playing different
yeah,
position than him. Crossfire, yeah, obviously what your position is exactly gonna be, how sharp your angle is, it depends, but it should be different. Yeah, the position should be different. The crossfire. This
yeah.
is the one thing. Okay. What about the lane control? What was that about?
How can I do this? Each uh lane control.
Uh-huh.
I think uh yeah, I think yeah. The important thing is like uh with different angle but same lane with our team is I think important. Is it right?
Well, so can you rephrase that actually? Yeah, like explain that a little bit more. So we using different positions. This is what you said. Yeah.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Okay.
But
Okay.
same but same like same lane with our team. I mean
Mm,
same area.
not really. Yeah. So I
Hmm.
will give you an example. Third point. Your team might take different lanes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
your team might not necessarily be on this main lane all the time. Yeah, your team
Uh
might be
uh-huh.
here, someone can be there, right?
Yeah.
But we were saying we're pressuring this area and we maintain this kind of, yeah. So see, this is not about where your team is, it's about the pressure, where the pressure is. Yeah? Your team can be spread out. Your team can be taking different sides. Yeah, like your group can be there, one group can be here, and then maybe the second group can be there, but you pressure this area. Yeah,
Hmm.
we're not on the same lane though. You're on the different lanes. So
Yeah.
our idea was the main was the lane control. The first is we've been saying how beneficial it is. It's to maintain your lane where you are more, not giving it up too quickly. So kind of 1, 2, 3, yeah, thinking, yeah, kind of holding that a little bit more instead of going back. This is the first part.
Do not give up quickly.
Yeah. So let's just say I'm writing it as note. Note. There should be a good reason to give up the lane. Experiment. Like with this experiment, how long you can maintain your valuable lane. Yeah. Obviously, it's how you use a grapple, how you reposition. So I'm gonna write this down. How you use your grapple, reposition. I mean, grapple helps you reposition, but this is this is important. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the first
Uh-huh.
part, and the second part is maintain pressure on the lane as long as possible, yeah, which your team is pressuring. So we kind of well, you can call it area, yeah, to simplify. If you don't like using the lanes term, we can just say, yeah, if your team was what example, like attack, yeah, there your team was getting spawn camped around here, yeah, so it's this, it was enemy position at this area, and we want to make sure we maintain as much pressure on this area as possible, or on this lane as possible, because they're all kind of stuck here, and yeah, on this lane, and this is what your team can only pressure realistically. Yeah, you're trying to, your team go on this side, someone goes there, maybe somebody can go there, and you want to maintain the pressure on those areas as long as possible. Yeah, or at the start it was like here, yeah, I'm maintaining my lane, yeah, I'm maintaining where I am playing, but I want to keep maintaining the pressure where most of my team is pressuring to.
I
So I can give you an example. So say you using this main lane, but in theory it's not the best, but you could be using this left lane. Yeah, you still would be
yeah.
transitioning, kind of doing all this stuff, but because you do that with the purpose of controlling this area. Yeah, this is where most of your team can get kills. This is really nice. You're keeping an eye on that exactly. Yeah, where most of your team is doing pressure, making sure you can continuously apply pressure in that area as well. This is what the second part about lane control is. So
I see.
to really simplify, maintain your lane and maintain pressure on the area where your team, let's just say, which your team is controlling, which your team is trying to control. I think this is a good thing. Yeah, at the start we were looking to control this main street, so keep an eye on that. Or we controlling the spawn, keep an eye on that. Your position will change, of course, but it's
Yeah.
important. The impression there which your team is controlling. And this includes, so if we want to maintain more pressure, this includes this parts about you playing around the resources, like the sonics and such. Yeah, this is something to keep an eye on. Yeah, like for example, my Hanzo, he sonics one side, I want to sonic another. Not sonic,
Yeah.
rush another side. Okay. Anything else? What about the timing?
Uh the timing is like I have to aware that when team when team give pressure, I also have to give pressure on other side.
Yeah. So it's kind of your second group is looking, group or groups. Yeah, your group. One or
Huh?
two groups Look into pressure. Just writing down. Look into pressure. EU pressuring as well. Yeah, ideally simultaneously. Look to pressure
Yeah.
as well. To be honest, it might be that when